Well, thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Today's hearing is an important step in our Farm Bill process, and I welcome Administrator Nelson and Chief White. I look forward to their insight. Madam Chairman, given your problems with laryngitis, I would be happy to always pinch hit to read the Chairwoman's remarks anytime. I would not change any adjective or adverb. I might add a few recommendations. We'd have to go over that. During our work last fall on the conservation title of the Farm Bill, I appreciated that both the NRCS and FSA leaders made themselves available to our staff to answer technical questions. I appreciate the long-standing commitment of the agencies to detail staff to work through legislative provisions and the complex working of the Farm Bill. Thank you. Let me stress again that good progress was made on the conservation title last fall, and I look forward to again working with the Chairwoman and all of the committee members to continue to refine that work. We have a good, solid starting point. Our current conservation title provides a variety of program options for producers. Programs should be flexible to meet producer needs and guided by state and local priorities. A single program will not meet the needs of all producers, but we have gone too far, in my view, in the other direction. We now have duplicative programs that have become more and more complicated. It's really an alphabet soup when I look at all of these programs. My goal during this Farm Bill process is to help maintain options for producers while simplifying the programs for the producer and those tasked with the implementation. One of the most important programs in this title, Madam Chairwoman, is EQIP. I know you know that. Environmental Quality Incentives Program. This program helps producers address environmental regulations. The assistance that the USDA provides is very important to help producers navigate a complex web of government mandates. The number one concern I hear from producers is over-regulation. Our producers are repeatedly faced with layers of regulations that simply don't make sense. That's a quote from the President about a year ago. Pesticide permits, child labor, waters of the U.S., dioxin, spilt milk, CAFOs, and the list goes on. I see Dean and Mary Ann Stoskoff sitting in the hearing room right over there from Hoisington, Kansas, America. Welcome to your nation's capital. Thank you for providing us with your perspective. Thank you as well, Dean, for your long-standing service as a leader in both state and national producer organizations. Now, I don't want to give away too much of what Dean will say, but he's going to talk about the Conservation Reserve Program and the importance of the program in Kansas, especially with the recent drought. CRP is a vital program option for producers, but we need to allow our producers to have choices. Out in the high plains, we want to make sure that the soil stays on the farm. CRP can help, and I want to ensure that producers have that option in the coming years. High commodity prices and new technology might change the participation in the program, but it is still an important option to help protect highly erodible soils. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses today, using their insight to help guide our work. The conservation title has changed drastically over the last 15 years, both in number and complexity of programs and the size of the budget. We are now spending more than twice what we did back in 2001 for conservation programs, and conservation spending is predicted to top the commodity title spending in the next few years. Now, you can't have this kind of growth without learning some lessons about what is working and what is not, and how producers are reacting to the programs, and then the capability of the department to implement the programs quickly and efficiently. We are in a very difficult budget situation. Everybody knows that in crafting this Farm Bill, and we must look at reducing the program overlap and focus in on what works. The input from today's panels will help guide us. Madam Chairwoman, I know we have a lot of ground to cover today. I ask that a statement from Kansas Governor and our former colleague in the Senate, Sam Brownback, be added to the record, and I thank you very kindly.